If you do go on to enjoy today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button and of course subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Save up to 14% on coins and get an extra 5% off when you use the code TVM at checkout. Offer ends 1st of January. There are also chances to win free FUT21 coins over at u7buy.com. Link down below. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another week of Team of the Week predictions. This is notoriously a Premier League and EFL filled week. However, there are a couple of games that have been played in other leagues throughout midweek, and to be fair, it hasn't helped. For the second week in a row, Cadaway of Lyon has popped up with a goal and an assist in a 3-0 win. Be surprised if he's not the silver this week, although there are loads of options. Canos is another one there. 3 goals, which is obviously a hat-trick. For those who didn't know, 3-2 win. I would imagine a lot of these will be featured in the actual Team of the Week, though. Normally, I'll boost them all to 74. Johnson for the second week running as well. Got himself 2 goals and 1 assist in a 5-1 win this time. But like I said, I think a lot of these silvers will be featured in the actual Team of the Week as opposed to just the silver stars. Moving on to Gomez. I apologise if I've got any of these in the wrong teams, by the way. Don't blame me, blame the website that I get them off. Nah, blame me, it's fine. 2 goals, 1 assist, 3-1 win. I think... Is that... Oh, see, I don't want to commit. I want to say Morecambe. No, I just committed. Lang, formerly of Ajax. I think he might be on loan. Club Bruges with 2 goals and a 3-0 win. I mean, for a silver card, actually, that doesn't look too bad, does it? And with the amount of Dutch cards that we have in the game, that wouldn't be terrible. Eduard of Celtic with 1 goal and 1 assist in a 3-0 win. Plenty of scope, actually, for EA to pluck players from lower leagues in sort of EFL teams and also the Scottish League as well, not just Celtic and Rangers. But Adar Turan, everybody remember him? No? Just me then. 1 goal in a 2-1 win for Galatasaray. Not like, you know, setting the world alight or anything, but in this week, an assist, a goal, an appearance may be enough to be in form. Rodriguez, 1 goal in a 1-0 win. This was, of course, before the little break that every league, apart from the Premier League, have now undertaken. I say every league, every top 5 league. The Dutch league is still going, the Portuguese league is still going, although there's nothing happening there. Kalinoglu with 1 goal, 2 assists in a 3-2 win, playing very well this season, as are Milan. Unfortunately, because he's a left wing, that card is just not very good, is it? 70 pace just lets it down. Crescito, this would be a very nice card, actually, because of the position change. I think he's normally a left back, but he played centre back in a 3 at the back. And he wasn't like a left wing back, he actually played as one of the centre backs. 1 goal in a 2-1 win. I'd be surprised if he didn't make it in there, because he's obviously fairly high rated. Of course, it does link to Letizia as well. 1 goal and a clean sheet in a 2-0 win. This time a right back, but a very pacey right back. For those who are looking to build this sort of Italian managerial masterpiece teams, Crescito and Letizia next to each other keeps the rating down quite nicely. Meslier is one of the only goalkeepers I have this week. In fact, he may be the only keeper, I should say. 6 saves and a clean sheet in a 1-0 win for Leeds. Big win for them. Big performance from him. Kanate, don't know about this one. Came on, scored twice in a 3-1 win, but he replaced a centre mid, and I cannot find out for the life of me whether he came on and played in that sort of more advanced midfield role, or whether he actually came on as a striker. My bet is a striker. Idrissa Gueye, one of, if not the highest rated players in this week's Team of the Week. 1 goal in a 4-0 win for PSG. He was the only player I could really pick out, unless they decide to give it, for some reason, to Angel Di Maria, who I think got man of the match. Got 1 assist, but already has a rule breaker, so I'm hoping they don't give it to him. Linson with a hat-trick in a 3-0 win for Feyenoord. Again, left wing with not a great deal amount of pace is not ideal, but you can't deny the inform. He's going to get it. It's just a shame that you can't swap left wing to a centre mid. Erkin, normally a left back, now potentially a left mid. Very well rounded, although I'm not sure many people would want to use him. But again, managerial masterpiece. 1 assist and a man of the match award and a 4-1 win. And like I said, that would be a position change to a left side player. Traore, now a Villa, of course, got himself 1 goal in a 3-0 win. I think Villa went down to 10 men after they scored their first goal, and then they went on to win 3-0. Crazy stuff. But yeah, I mean, that would be, again, for managerial masterpiece. Speaking of which, Saka of Arsenal now. I've got 2 Arsenal options here. They beat Chelsea 3-1, of course. Saka got 1 goal in that game. Played right side as well. Decent pace, decent dribbling for an 80 rated card. Not an awful lot else going for him in fairness, but that's why I've got Granit Xhaka as another option. To be fair, he doesn't have any legs, but he can pass a ball and he's quite physical. He also got a goal in that 3-1 win, so it's entirely up to EA what they want to do there. To be fair, with the lack of names this week, they may go for both. Moving on to Gundogan. Man City, of course, winning 2-0. It beat Newcastle. Gundogan got a goal in that game. They could go for João Cancelo, who I believe played centre mid. That would be a good, nice position change. Good, nice? Is that a thing? Don't know. But I think they'll go with Gundogan because I think Cancelo only got an assist, plus he's got a road to the final. Decore with 1 assist and a 1-0 win for Everton. I'm not quite sure. I think it was Gylfi Sigurdsson who got the goal. I was just about to say I'm not sure, but then I remembered. Gylfi Sigurdsson with the goal, but I think Decore is probably a slightly more desirable card. And again, I'm looking at that mode, managerial masterpiece. And then Isco with 1 goal in a 2-0 win for Real Madrid. Great dribbling. Unbelievable dribbling. But, you know, I think everyone's going to turn straight away and go, well, doesn't have any legs. And, yeah, you'd be right in this game, I suppose. But that doesn't bring us to the end, but we're not far off. I would love to be able to now list off a big Liverpool player and a big Spurs name to sort of end this week's Team of the Week with a little bit of promise. Unfortunately, Liverpool have bottled it and they've drawn 1-1 against West Brom, despite having 78% possession. They only managed 2 shots on target. West Brom managed more shots on target. Talk about a FIFA game, if ever I've seen one. As a Liverpool fan, I'm a little bit disappointed, but that is the way life goes sometimes. I would have said Joel Matip or Sadio Mane if the game had finished 1-0, but unfortunately, because Liverpool didn't win the game, you could argue that the West Brom centre-back, is it Ajayi or something, could potentially get the inform. I'm not really sure what EA can do there, to be fair. If they give it to anyone, it'll just be a false inform. You know, it's one of those for the sake of it sort of jobs. As I'm commentating this, Spurs are currently 1-0 up against Wolves. It is half-time. So, as it stands, Ndombele with the goal, you could argue, and I think, to be fair, would be a decent inform. Ben Davies has got the assist there. Again, you could argue that he could get it. I think you could even argue that he is playing centre-back right now. So that would be a different card. Not necessarily a great card, but a different card. But who knows, that game could have finished 2-1 Wolves. It could have finished 5-0 Spurs with Harry Kane getting 3. I just don't know. So you tell me. That's an interesting one. You tell me who deserves an inform from the Spurs game. And of course, Sporting are the other team currently playing. They, for me, kicked off 12 minutes ago. They're already 1-0 up. Thiago Thomas with a goal. He is a striker. He's going to need to get at least 2 more to be in with a shout. Tabata is a player who got the assist. He is a cam. And again, he's not playing particularly well despite getting an assist. So he's going to need to do a little bit more than that. The games in Belgium didn't really produce anything of note. And I think there were some Turkish games on earlier today. Again, they're just finishing in draws and no one's really doing anything of note. And there are a couple of players who I would have selected from certain leagues, however, they're not in the game. So there's not so much I can do. I think this is going to be a case of EA are going to pull it out of their backside. And I didn't want to just pluck players up for the sake of it, because some people do rely on my Team of the Week predictions to be able to invest in certain players. So I didn't want to just purely speculate. These are the ones, in my opinion, with the best shot. If you think I have grossly got this wrong and missed someone, feel free to let me know who in the comments section. Like I said, though, I think it's just going to be a bit of a random one from EA. I think they're just going to pull up on people who have literally just kicked the ball. And as I speak, Sporting have just conceded. So it's going to take a lot more now for a player to get an inform from that game. If you have enjoyed this week's Team of the Week predictions, do me a favour and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.